Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. The world of mainstream finance, unquestionably, as a whole, still does not trust the world of crypto. And XRP is the answer. Because you know what? XRP is being responsibly positioned to interoperate with the legacy financial system. Improve it. It's kind of like, you know what my favorite analogy was as far as this on this front? I can't remember who said it. I think it was a Ripple employee. It almost certainly was. But they're talking about like what Ripple is doing in terms of just like gutting the way money moves around the planet. Because understand that Ripple's vision for the Internet of Value, it's just the idea of moving value around the planet as easy it is as sending an email today. And so they made this awesome comparison of like what they were doing. It's like replacing like a jet engine while the jet is in midair. And I thought that, I was like, yeah, that's fair. I was like, that sounds about right. It's pretty intense here. There's a lot going on in the plumbing here. But Ripple is being the responsible actor they always have been and working with the banks, working with the system, not against it, because they're not a bunch of childish Bitcoin maxi trolls whining about to win moon as they collect Bitcoin tolls, under the bridge, staying warm next to their dumpster fire, whilst indulging on their favorite meal, which is room temperature cottage cheese.
Room temperature cottage cheese. Bitcoin.
Before we go any further, if you would please delicately tap the like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. And also, if you are a fan of room temperature cottage cheese, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau. That's not going to work. If you're not a fan of room temperature cottage cheese, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel. Yeah, I think that one's better. All right, let's dive in. So here's a headline from Cointelegraph, and it's titled, Digital Assets Data CEO Says Mainstream Finance Still Doesn't Trust Bitcoin. This, generally speaking, is quite true. So anyway, following the news of Fidelity Investments Bitcoin fund filing, Mike Alfred, CEO of analytics outfit Digital Assets Data, described continued hesitancy in mainstream finance when it comes to Bitcoin. And here's a quote. Many in the traditional financial services / asset management / wealth management verticals remain deeply skeptical of Bitcoin and the ecosystem, Alfred told Cointelegraph on September 10th. One commenter on my LinkedIn yesterday even called Fidelity's move Abby's Folly, he said, which takes a shot at Fidelity CEO Abigail Johnson in reference to her activities and position as an early Bitcoin adopter. And truer words have never been spoken. So it is the case that if you are running a hedge fund and you want to dip your toes into the world of crypto, this is a legitimate fear. So like people running the hedge funds, they're just they recognize that they would actually lose, and they don't know how many, that's the scary part, they would lose customers. To be like, if you're the type of person that thinks that this crypto thing is something, then my money should not be with you. And it's funny to me because the type of person that has that reaction is actually the person that does not know what the hell they're talking about. Because, and this is why, I've shared my aha moment. If you're in the world of crypto, hopefully you had one and you're not here just for some sort of, purely money. It's fine to invest, hoping for greater returns. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm saying hopefully you mentally figured out why to you this space makes sense. And so I don't offer financial advice, and I'm not going to pretend to know everything. And so don't buy or sell anything because of anything I say are right ever. I just put these videos together because I have fun doing it, and this is a topic that genuinely interests me. But my aha moment was when I realized that business models can exist that are not capable of existing without decentralized cryptocurrencies. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, holy hell, that means that there's true value. And if there's true value, there deserves to be a price attached. And that's what I first found with XRP. And so when I jumped into the world of crypto, I was not prepared for what I was going to find. I didn't really know exactly what to expect, but not this. I didn't expect to walk out and start to get it even inside of a week and be like, holy hell, this is going to be here forever. But that is the case. And so all these other people that are saying, nope, you're down that Bitcoin thing, and then take their money and run. And that's why you see there's a lot of people that are even chart analysts that don't use their real names, and some of them have cited the reason as they worry about what it would do to their professional careers. I don't blame them. because there's a bunch of Looney Tunes people out there that don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they just think that Bitcoin is scary. But I'll tell you what, eventually enough time is going to pass that it's going to be clear to everyone that it's not just going to go away. This is not some sort of weird Ponzi thing. I mean, not that there haven't been scams in the space, just like there's scams in regular business within the stock market. But the asset class as a whole is genuinely useful, and it is going to be here forever, or at least as long as the Webernets exists. But anyway, a mainstream financial services entity, Fidelity, with its daughter company, Fidelity Digital Assets, has made a name for itself in the crypto space in the arena of crypto custody. On August 26, 2020, Fidelity filed for a Bitcoin trading product, the Wise Origin Bitcoin Index Fund, under a regulation de-exemption with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. And I remember reporting on this and be like, here you go. Continued maturation of the asset class. Fast forward another 10 years. People are going to be... I bet a lot of these people that are naysayers as far as the asset class as a whole, they're going to be singing a different tune, acting like they were in the know. You know there are going to be people out there doing that. Oh, I believed it could be a thing the whole time. Oh, okay, buddy. But here's a quote. From a contrarian standpoint, I think this skepticism and disbelief will serve as fuel for Bitcoin's adoption and price increases in the future, Alfred said. As these traditional folks capitulate, they will be forced by their clients and partners to get involved at significantly higher prices, he added. I think Bitcoin has a very long runway ahead. And that's exactly what I've always thought. The people that are naysayers right now, as soon as because they didn't have their aha moment yet, and they're not particularly visionary. And maybe they'll get it once enough time passes. I think they will. But in the meantime, you've got Ripple that's building out an ecosystem friendly to banks, friendly to the legacy financial system, friendly to the government. And they're not saying the childish things, no, down with banks, down with government. No, they want to work with the system. You're just talking about positioning XRP as a bridge currency. And so ultimately, a couple things will happen. Time will pass, and then it will become increasingly clear that this asset class isn't going away, and then it's going to force people to take a harder and harder look at this. And additionally, it will become clear, increasingly clear, as more time passes, that as long as Ripple keeps doing a good job, and they seem to have certainly to this point, just as far as getting adoption of XRP and staying in touch with central bankers, and not even just central bankers, just bankers in general, and remittance companies, everything, just building out the whole RippleNet ecosystem, utilizing XRP as a bridge currency. I mean, this is how it becomes the standard. Time passes. But time passing, along with having a track record of which there is almost none. Think about, on-demand liquidity. It's only been in production now. What was it? At the beginning of October, would have been 2018 is when the production version of XRapid, now known as on-demand liquidity, went live. And so it not even 2 years of the production version. So it's still early days, but as we get increased liquidity, there's more opportunity. As the track record gets built out, eventually there's going to be a whole lot less questions about whether or not this is legit and the long-term viability. It's really mostly coming from ignorance. It's people that don't know what they're talking about expressing their fear about crypto in general. And so that's why, like I said, and I don't blame people for being skeptical before they learn stuff. Like, I think that being skeptical on anything as a starting point is pretty responsible. Just be a skeptic, and it doesn't mean keep your head in the sand. It means seek the truth, but be skeptical along the way, and make sure that you're really throwing everything you can at it. Like conceptually, what could go wrong with this? Just mentally think through what could be a legitimate reason that this won't have staying power, that it's horrible. Throw every mental concept you can at Bitcoin and XRP and the crypto asset class in an earnest attempt to get to the truth. And that's what I did in late 2017. And then I think if people do that, if they have half a brain, they'll have their own aha moment. And maybe it's not going to be the same as mine. Maybe it will be. But eventually you're going to get to the point where you're like, holy hell, you can't do things that are now possible without this technology. And so that's actual value. And there deserves to be an open market price attached in perpetuity. Now, as far as the winners and losers, will it be Bitcoin? Will it be XRP? Okay, verdict's still out technically on all of that, but that's why I always go back to my investment thesis, which is that utility matters and will win the day. And if I'm wrong, because I don't pretend to know, and again, like I've said, I'm not some sort of, I don't have a financial background, I'm not some sort of finance whiz. I just, on my own, have been doing as much research as possible for almost 3 years. And I see a cryptocurrency solving a real problem today. I think that the market's illiquid. I think I got in super duper early. I wish I could have been in even sooner, the previous market cycle, but I didn't know about it. That's okay. And so I'm happy to risk. And if I'm wrong, I lose everything perhaps. Okay. I can live with that. I mean, because admittedly, I admit it doesn't matter how bullish I am, and I am Mr. XRP bull. I could be wrong, and this could all go to zero. I just don't think it will. I could not be more confident, and that's why I'm purchasing XRP daily, actually, at this point. So anyway, I just think it's cool stuff here. But a few months back, Alfred mentioned evidence of growing mainstream financial interest in Bitcoin, Fidelity's Bitcoin fund, as well as the entity's work in the crypto space. Furthers this point, and he said, quote, "I think it speaks to my previous comments about growing interest and awareness in the traditional asset management and wealth management spaces in the United States. Serious adoption in those channels would be extremely bullish for Bitcoin. Fidelity is leading the way." All good things in time, my friends. I'm just thankful that Ripple's there to hopefully expedite the process of the maturation of the asset class, because they're adults. They're being the adults in the room. Tell me what you think. I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. But that's it for this one. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Bamboo!